Hey everybody, how you doing today? We in the Players Club, me and the player. We gonna talk some women's basketball. But before we get into that, we got to do some housekeeping. When you come up in here, hit the like button. Please like, share, and comment. We want to know what you think. We are on the road, y'all. We please subscribe to our channel. Um,
Yes.
Let me just show y'all our analytics. We are at 817 subscribers. We on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So please hit the like button
James,
and subscribe. Look,
hit like
you got me
button.
begging.
Yeah,
Please,
please help us get
please
up
help
to
us.
1,000. I know y'all be watching, so
Y'all
why
be
don't you
watching.
just subscribe. You
Hit the
be watching,
subscribe button, man.
the
Hit
subscribe.
it. Hit
Oh,
it.
God, dog. Hit the subscribe button, players.
Please do. But we gonna get into it real quick. Look, the standings. Look, Unc, we coming into the home stretch of the season. The teams going to the playoffs is coming into focus. A lot of movement has going on. I'm gonna show you guys where we at right now because right now they have teams vying for them last 8 spots. And so, we said we was gonna talk about Seattle Storm today because they got a lot of stuff going on over there. They are the eighth seed. They are the eighth seed. And look, if you look at these standings, all of these teams are 1 and 2 games away from each other. Seattle
Yeah.
Storm is in the eighth spot. They're only a game back from Golden State. They're only 2 games back from Indiana Fever. The Aces are about 3 games back, and then it goes up from there. But Seattle, Seattle is going through a bit of a losing streak right now. I think they done lost their last 5 or 6 games. They slipping. I watched the last game, between Atlanta and Seattle. Atlanta is clicking on all cylinders. They just got Ryan Howard back. So I guess it's not a shock that they lost to Atlanta, but they brought in Brittney Sykes to try to bolster that roster in the middle of the season. You know how I feel about them in the middle of the season
Injection.
trades. I get it. This is what the W do, but you got to try to force chemistry in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't work. What do you think is First of all, let's talk about this. What do you think is going on in Seattle during this 5-6 game losing streak? Because we had reports about verbal altercations and all this stuff going on. But what do you think is going on with the Storm, who is led by some pretty good veterans in Skylar and the NECA Agumake? What you think?
Well, well. So Juloy, she just was making up. I gotta get up out of here. Y'all was making them memes and y'all was replaying. I gotta get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep playing that over and over again, calling her a coward, saying that she quit on the team and all of these things.
Uh-huh.
It seemed like Sister Keisha that the same thing that happened last year about this time, actually, this exact time period going into the playoffs, Seattle Storm start trending down.
Uh-huh. They 16-17, 1 game under 500. Uh,
Absolutely. So what we saying is that where it is smoke, me and the player always say, where it is some smoke, God damn it, there's some fire. And guess what? They saying now, when you threw the rock, they said it was Skylar Diggins, and she was the sheep to go bad. So, Skylar, what the hell you doing over there? And guess what? This will be, mark my words on this video. Noelle is moving on. If she don't get fired, she's going to be gone. I'm just saying, bars. Did you hear them bars? You didn't hear them bars. Noelle is going to be gone. Don't get fired. She going to move on.
Let me tell you this, Skylar Diggins in the last 5 games is shooting about 36%. She's in a little bit of a shooting slump.
After the triple-double.
Yeah, her shoot after the All-Star break. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because she had triple-double after the All-Star break.
She did. Yeah. But after that, look, and then she's below her average of about 42%. And then in the midst of that struggle with Skylar Diggins, because she is their point guard, they need her to lead the troops and to be efficient on the floor. They infused Brittney Sykes in the middle of this. When Brittney Sykes first came, she came off the bench, so now they trying to figure out in the middle of Skylar slumping a little bit, 36% shooting for the field for the last 5 games. In comes Brittney Sykes, who was on a roll with the Mystics, and she has to try to get in where she fit in this offense. Noelle Quinn doesn't seem like she has seamlessly integrated Sykes into this team.
You think?
But it's a small sample size. But do you think, because in the last game with the Dream, in that 4th quarter, they were already down I think 15, 16 points before 4th quarter started, Bro Claude. And they decided to pretty much leave Sykes in the game. I didn't see Skylar Diggins in that 4th quarter a whole bunch. They were able to close the gap, but they ultimately ended up falling to the Dream. Do you think this is a locker room leadership issue? Because we already know NECA and Skylar are talented. We thought adding Sykes was going to be a quick boost to their offense. They got Gabby Williams. They got Olympians on that team.
They can go and do all what they doing, baby girl.
They got Dominique Mananga is coming along really well.
Izzy McLemore.
They got Izzy Block Queen. What's the problem, Bro Claude? Why they 1 game below 500?
It's because when there's cancer in the body, it's going to be shown the symptoms. No matter how much you remove, put back, replace, but if it's cancer in the body, it's going to always come up. And Skylar Diggins, which we don't know, allegedly, is a fiery guard. We know that she takes no shit. She want all of the smoke. She 10 toes down. She a feisty, Riley player. And she's a contact type of player. She quick hands and dribble good on both sides of the ball. Now, say this to say, Madam President, Hall of Famer. We already wasn't NECA do what she do. She's consistent in doing what she does. Izzy has went down. Izzy McLemore have been bothered by the new Malunga that has been placed on the team. It is like they're fighting for that star role, that key point in the 5. So Izzy and McLemore, and Malunga, they are right now having a forceful feed in the mid-season. I mean, in the mid-season, you could see it because Malunga was on the bench, right? But now that Malunga has started having more and more minutes to her game, Macklemore has gone down in scoring tremendously, like 6 points a game, 2 points, 4 points a game, and that starts a static right there. And of course, you see Slim, because Slim is a two-way guard also. She can score the ball and she can play defense. She's a feisty one, and she don't play no games, but she's a calm, cool spirit. You got what I'm saying? She's not outward with her thing like Skylar is. I mean, we can see from the interviews, we see how they play. We was able to see these people up close and personal and unrivaled, right? And have their interviews and what type of character, that's why I love Unrivaled. In the WNBA, you don't get to know these players. They're like cattle. That's like a puppy that you own or whatever. Hurry up, get in, get out. We don't care. We're gonna show a few videos, and none of these people gonna know who you are unless it's the two people who I want to show on the camera, which is Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. So that's a problem with all of the teams, because Angel and Caitlin still getting shine and they're out. So saying all of what's going on in the W, then on the team last year, Jewel Lloyd leaves. Then Jewel Lloyd makes her interview, and the interview acquired that the locker room was already split. Noelle Quinn did nothing about it. She sat there and was letting them so-called figure it out between themselves, which Jewel Lloyd said, I want nothing to do with it, and she left. Okay? So once Jewel Lloyd left, what is the problem, Keisha? Well, I'll tell you the problem. You have different opinions and different attitudes and different ways of life. What do I mean by that? What do you mean by that, bro, Claude? Different ways of life. Well, we know that Skylar Diggins allegedly is going through a divorce right now, right?
Right.
That's emotions. We know that Slim was transferred, was traded from the Mystics and to Seattle. But word on the street, she really didn't want to be traded. But if she was getting traded, she wanted to go to a contender. But she didn't want, word in the streets, she didn't want to be traded. So therefore, that's a psychological thing. Brittney Sykes, Slim will be bringing on, and then on top of trying to fit into this offense that's already done, because Noelle Quinn is a smart, attractive, bright star that is in coaching right now in the WNBA. And I don't think that she's settled and solved the problems that's there. Because if she solved the problems, Sister Keisha, we wouldn't be talking about it right now. And we wouldn't see the decline the same time as the last decline happened. Either coaching slump, what we see with Tyler Marsh in the third quarter, or there's a problem on Wall Street.
I will tell you this. For me, they have two problems. As to some of your points that you said, Ezzy McElmore is taking a little step back. She is averaging 8 points a game when she was up close to about 11 or 12 points a game last time. And then you have the young upstart Dominique Mananga, who coming into her rookie season. And I'll just show you what she is averaging. She is averaging 6.4 points a game in her rookie season. The problem that you have right now is like what you were saying. Do you pull out the veteran to go and start the 6-foot phenom in Dominique Mananga, who's coming on strong as of late, putting up consistent double digits. You got that problem going on as you articulated. Then you have the problem going on with Skylar Diggins going through whatever she's going through in her personal life, and we understand it. You infuse Brittney Sykes, who's also a point guard, doesn't have the same personality, but she's trying to get in where she fit in. Then you have Madam President trying to hold everything together, and then plus their bench production is a little suspect sometimes because they traded out Lee Yaroo. They traded out some people off that bench. And then they shot
Erica Willer did go to the bench, which beat the bench up a little bit.
Yes, it did. She went to the bench, and then they kind of brought in Sykes to try to see what would go. They just all over the place. Then when they get into games, close games, because every team is better in the W, except for us, except for Chicago Sky. But every team is better in the W. And when they get into these close games, they shot selection gets a little murky.
Mm-hmm.
And they lose momentum, which shouldn't be on a veteran-led team. They should, because I remember they went toe-to-toe with the Sparks, went into like double overtime.
Right.
And it came down to mistakes. You would think the Sparks would have made more mistakes than the Storm. Mm-hmm. But it was the reverse. So I think they're not shooting the 3 ball that well either. They got NECA. They just not shooting that 3 ball too good at all. So they got that going on. And like, I'm with you. Y'all told me that Jewel Lord was the problem. Y'all replaced her, and I'm gonna get to Gabby Williams. Y'all replaced her. Y'all essentially said, and we just gonna keep it real.
Keep it a buck.
We're gonna keep it a buck. Y'all essentially said Gabby Williams was the better fit for this team.
Mm-hmm.
And she is a phenomenal basketball player on both ends of the floor. She averaging 12 points a game, 4.6 rebounds a game, and 4.5 assists a game. She is defensively sound. She is up here with 2.5 steals a game. But she is not the type of person to like drop 20, 25 on you.
No.
That was Jewel Lord.
Yes.
Gabby is steady Eddie. She's going to play on both sides of the floor. She's going to have defensive intensity. She's a consistent player. But you're not worried about her going on some type of heater like you would with Jewel Lord.
No.
So you have that different style of play there. So I think Noelle Quinn, to be honest with you, bro, Claude,
it's hard to call.
She might have lost control
of the locker room.
And let me say this so people understand. Not that they're not listening to her, but that the locker room is listening to so many different voices. It's a lot of noise. Because if you listen to your coach, then you say Naneka is a leader. Skylar Diggins is a leader. All these people hooping and hollering and verbally telling you to go to hell and you this and you that. You don't know how to play. You don't know how to play. Right. I'm going to tell you off. And then the coach going to come in there and say, look, well, I need you to do this, and calm down. I need you to do this, and that. But wait a minute. Skylar told me to do this. And the other person told me to do that. That's what I mean by the voice. Sometimes you got to get back to one voice and say, look, I understand y'all helping me lead this team. But hey, I'm the HNIC around here. I need y'all to listen to me. Everybody be quiet. We do that with our kids. Look, be quiet.
Set your little ass up.
So I think it's just a lot of turmoil, and unfortunately, it has followed this team for the last 2 seasons since they put this team together, bro, Claude. And they in the eighth seed right now. They can turn it around, but will they turn it around? Because right now they don't have a scapegoat. Who you gonna blame it on? I'm guessing Skylar's loading to be the scapegoat. What you think, bro, Claude? Because last season it was Jewel Lord.
Yeah.
So they have to. I would say I would land with this. They have the talent to go on a run and turn this thing around. But I think they need their coach to step up to lead this turnaround and quiet some of the voices that's in that locker room and tell them one band, one sound. Go ahead. Bro, Claude, say, look. Oh, is it Rocket? Hey, so yeah, that's how I feel about Seattle. I just think Noel Quinn got to grab that bull by the horn and tell them chicks, look, I'm your mama, and y'all need to listen to me. And there's too many things going on, and we got to navigate through all that stuff all that stuff online and in the media. It's got to be affecting that locker room, bro, Claude. So she's gotta get them back on the same page. And I don't know if infusing Brittney Sykes in the middle of it was the right thing, but she's a good coach. She needs to figure it out. You know what I mean? She's got to. That's what they pay you the big. That's what they pay you the big bucks for, bro, Claude, to figure it out.
I would say this: Brittney Sykes is in a bad position. Bad position. Okay, that's for one. We know Izzy is young. We know Malunga is young. We know that Williams is young also. Okay, so that's fine. Because Williams only got what 6 years, 5 years under her belt in the WNBA. So we know that Williams is only 28 years old. You know what I mean? She's 27, going on 28, and they're fairly young. The elders are Wheeler, Skylar, Necker, and a couple of other girls that's on the bench, whoever they are. But you are right. You was cooking like fish grease. I have nothing to say because it's like you dead on. And when you're a coach and you lose your locker room, it's hard to coach that type of team when you keep those. And this is in defense of Jeff Pagliosha. I can't believe I'm saying
Jeff Pizzo.
In defense of the Pink Panther, one thing he did do right is clear the whole locker room. He knew that. He knew to clear everyone from that locker room. And this is what got to go on with the Seattle Storm. Malunga is under contract, a rookie contract, and Mitchell is there. Mitchell has went on a decline. They're not making that young girl better. They're not making Mitchell better. You even forgot Mitchell was on the damn roster.
I did.
You understand? Do you understand that this is a 3-and-D player? Mitchell can play, shoot, defense, and she got a 3-ball on the bench. There is a problem in Seattle that has to be settled, and it's a storm that's going on that has to be weathered. And I don't know if Noelle wants to stay because she's already complaining over the last 4 years that they ain't make it, right?
Right.
So I think it's a change of weather that is going to be, like Kurt Miller went to Dallas and became the GM. Noelle is looking for the next things and if we could get her as a GM, we good.
I agree.
If we could get Noel as a GM here in Chicago, we good with that. So don't say if it happened, I ain't calling it. Y'all better mark my words.
I'm with you. We about to do rapid fire and make our picks for the game tonight. Mystics versus Fever.
Mystic versus Fever. I got the Fever to win.
I got the Fever too. I got the Fever to win. Okay, Valkyries versus the Sky.
If Angel Reese plays, I got the Sky. But if Angel Reese does not play again,
She is out.
okay.
I have the Valkyries.
Valkyries.
All right, Sparks versus Wings.
Sparks.
I'm going with you. I'm going Sparks. All right. Storm versus Dream. They're going to play this game in Canada. First game, I think, for WNBA in Canada. Storm versus the Dream.
So the new look, I believe the Storm will take this game and win. I believe that. I pick the Storm.
All right. I'm gonna pick the Dream. I think they are. Ryan Howard is back. I think they're on a magic carpet run. So yeah. I'm gonna continue with the Dream. Last one. Aces versus the Mercury.
Ooh, that's nasty game. Oh my God. I get to see two of my favorite AT Asia go at it. Now, far as size is concerned, in this particular situation, the Aces is bigger for once in their life. But who is better in ball movement? It is the Mercury. So I would pick the Aces because I would pick the Mercury because the Aces have been on a run, on a streak, and I believe that the streak will get broken tonight.
So you're going with the Aces.
I'm going with the Unicorn.
All right. I am going with AT and the Mercury. I think AT is going to bully her way into taking down the Aces. They have been on a great streak. I'm going to take the Mercury and Sabali and Kai and AT. Got the Aces in Asia. We'll see how it go down tonight. Hey, guys, thank y'all for listening to our video. Please, baby, please.
Baby.
Please hit the like button, share, and comment. Let us know what your picks for tonight's games are. Let us know what you think about the Seattle Storm. Do you like some of our comments? Do you think we way off base? Please let us know in the comments. Thank you for rolling through. Anything else, Unc? We out of here.
Love, peace, and hair grease.
We out.
I can't believe she thought I was asleep, y'all. Over there, like she been talking. Oh, messy little Smurf.
I can't do him. We out, guys.